Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Relentless Push East continued. So here we are fighting Deli, Bengal and Sind, which should be fairly good for our bank account. So let's march on in. We have a battle to prepare for. It does look like they are bringing in a couple of reinforcements, but I dare say it's not going to quite be enough. No, I don't think that they're going to be doing too well at all. So since that is about, what's that, a third of their army gone? That is rather nice, and that is a stack wipe too, nonetheless. So that is very much ideal. Let's go ahead and chase down those that are still here. This is into the mountains, which isn't exactly the best since we do have equal numbers of troops. But yeah, I don't think that they're going to be sticking around for too long. These other guys, let's go ahead and give them... Let's give it a couple of days, and then let's go ahead and consolidate and march forwards as some reinforcements. Yeah, if we can take out the majority of their army right about now, that will be fantastic. Again, yes, they do have the defensive terrain, but we do have a couple of levels of tech. So we have much better discipline, our morale is absurdly higher, and our tactics are also far, far superior. Not to mention our general even makes up for our loss of terrain bonuses. So yeah, they're level 13 and we're level 15 militarily, which is very nice. So I think this is going to be a resounding victory. Yes, it is, and it was even a stack wipe. That is just the best thing. So let's take our siege general. Which one do we want to move towards? Well, they're both about the same, so let's move you over here and you over there, and we'll see what we can do on those forts. Alright, so what have we got here? Lose some stability. That does not seem ideal. Or lose army tradition. Ouch. Let's see, where were we? Military, army tradition... The amount of, let's see, we did join the League War, we've got the table of rank, fully maintained forts is also adding a bit. We're still losing a decent amount though. Yeah, that's a bit of a pickle. You know what? I think we can probably afford to lose a stability. I do like having 3, but at the same time too, we did just get 1 for free at the end of the last episode. So you know what? We win some, we lose some. It is what it is. But either way, we will be fine. So, let's see, who else do we have to worry about? Oh, apparently, Sistan? They are a junior partner of Deli. Right, okay, so... Can't piece them out, but that's not going to be too much of an issue. You, my friends, can go ahead and start... Actually, let's go ahead and start carpet sieging. Let's break down into 2 stacks. And I think that should be sufficient. He has 8 armies by 2, that should be good. Let's start marching them across and dealing with what we can. Alright, so that is all of that to be carpet sieged, which is very nice. And yeah, I think that's about good. So, you know what? We have plenty of military power. Let's not waste, let's not waste our time. Let's go ahead and barrage this fort here. From 0 up to 21%. If we can make a quick war, I think that is a good thing for us. So we will go ahead and do that. Alright, and then you know what, let's also go ahead and do that over here as well. Up to 28%, that is quite nice. So this should be fairly minimally troublesome. Yeah, that is the plan. Alright, let's move you up a little bit further as well. Is there anything else we wish to do? France, Spain and Portugal. I don't think we're going to get anywhere with any marriages there. We still have a couple of cores that we could go ahead and deal with. It looks like a missionary is working on these. So that'll be a month or 2. Yeah, you know what? At this rate then, hang on a second. Let's just double check. We have Nadim and Narin. Where are they? Alright, so that'll be 11 months. So Nadim. Oh, and Narin. Okay, so both of them are on the list. I think we'll go ahead and we'll convert them before we call them, just to minimize any unrest for us. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Alright, what have we got going on? A royal influence. Oh dear. So, the religion in Corellia changes to Protestant. We gain unrest, but we gain a local missionary strength. Or lose prestige, and they just become Protestant. Okay, you know what? Yeah, she's going to publicly denounce her old faith. We're not going to allow any of that. Yeah. That is not how it's going to go. Alright, apparently Russia... I should say, we're sharing some knowledge. Is there any opportunities for us to do that again? Let's check out the economic. Let's go. Knowledge sharing. It seems to be just our people. Yeah, maybe Georgia. The rest don't really need it nor want it. Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon, so I suppose we may as well go ahead and sell it to Georgia? I guess. A little bit of cash is better than nothing, although... Hang on a second, what about, who was it? These guys. 0.49? Although we don't really want to help out too much of Asia. Yeah, if it starts spreading all the way through there, then they're going to catch up on tech as well. I think we're just going to go ahead and hand it off to our little vassal here in Georgia. I think that seems the best way forwards. A little bit of money is always appreciated, even if it's not going to make a huge difference to things. Alright, so it looks like we're still not quite getting the fort, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Our siege ticks are 36 days and 31, so they've got a decent amount of defensiveness. But again, that's nothing too serious for us. We should be fine. We have apparently enough for a great project. Huh. But it's not one that's in our hands right now, so we're going to avoid dealing with that. Maybe we just go ahead and pay off that loan. Yeah, we still have 3. Let's at least bring it down to 2 before we forget. Still have another 2 years before our loans do become due, so it's not the end of the world. It just is what it is. Alright, so it looks like everyone's rallying troops, but I don't know how well that's going to go for them. Let's bring everybody forwards. And then we'll do the same with you. Actually, you know what? You can march over here. Yeah, and hopefully we'll take this fort, one place or the other, and avoid losing out on any of our smaller stacks. Yeah, alright, there is our first siege. Let's go ahead and back up our little friend. Hopefully he survives long enough. It would be a shame if something were to happen, but... Oh, and there goes Kish as well. You know what? Let's go ahead and... you know what? Maybe we just move over to the next fort. Yeah, let's just go for the next fort. That's where we're going to get most of our war score. I'm not too concerned about losing anyway, so, yeah, we'll let that be. Alright, and, alright, we should also probably put all of our troops in a single location. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, so they can march across, that'll be fine. We've got 30,000 troops, we're heading down over here. Looks like... Was that Jean-Paul? Sorry, not Jean-Paul, Bengal? No. Who was it? Sind. Okay, that's their flag. I knew... Yeah. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you can just go ahead and move to the mountains. Let's go ahead and chase... You know what? Let's go ahead and take these guys out of the fight. I think that seems reasonable. Let's move straight to their capital. Let's not waste any time. In fact, you know what? With Sind being so close, maybe we try and go ahead and... Oh, wait, we can't get in there. bother. Alright, well then fine. We'll leave it be. Where are our other troops though? Hang on a second. We have 12,000 here. I thought we had another 4,000 somewhere. I don't remember. Was there not a general on one of them? Did I merge them into another division? 15, 5, and 9? Peculiar. Maybe we did. Alright, well, you know what? If we did, we did. Yeah, there was definitely meant to be a couple more cannons. I'm guessing, maybe some of the cannons traveled over here instead. Yeah, that could have been what I did. Alright, so you know what? Let's just go ahead and start some autonomous sieging. Oh, and we also have a government reform, so let's have a look at that as well and see what this brings. So, we have enough for Tier 6, the Deliberative Assembly. Parliamentarianism. Yeah, I don't think I really care to do that. We don't really need a parliament. It's not really something I care for. We have a royal decree. You know what? That sounds nice. More absolutism and better yearly absolutism is nice. Let's see. Aristocratic court, gain some diplomatic reputation, improve relation benefits, as well as monthly favor growth. General estates, no longer calling a dart no longer increases influence. Monthly reform progress grows by another 10%, and all estates loyalty equilibrium goes up by 10% as well. 5% for the influence, and then let's see, we also have a theocratic government. That's a lot of stability to be lost. And then let's see, we could go down that way, but I'm not sure if I really care to become a theocracy. Yeah, we're going to stick with the Tsardom, and I think we're going to go for the royal decree for extra absolutism. That is always nice, although there is a cap at which I believe you don't really gain too much more benefit. But I also really enjoy having more reform growth as well. Yeah, that is a bit of a pickle. You know what, let's go for the general estates. I don't think I would normally do something like this. Yeah, that's either one of the two, and I think I normally lean in towards the absolutism. But we're going to go for something a little bit different. And who knows, maybe it'll let us get through some of our reforms a little bit quicker. And the worst comes to worst, if we have really good reform growth, we can then keep on expanding our infrastructure as time goes by, and we will avoid some of those nasty penalties. Alright, but either way, it looks like we have enough Diplo power for us to pick up our tech now, which is also very nice at the turn of the month. So let's pick that up. That will do very, very nicely, and only for 443 power. Very good. Extra settlement growth, all of that jazz, as well as our bonuses to our trade, I believe. Yeah, trade efficiency up 20%, as well as less corruption is incredibly nice. So we'll let that hang around for now. Oh, hang on a second. We're going to do a quick U-turn with our army here. Turns out Deli is trying to attack our tiny subject in the hills. So if we can get there in time, we may just stop them from getting any defensive bonuses. Nope, but it looks like we're going to attack them with minimal morale. So you know what? Let's call in some extra reinforcements just to make sure that we lay the smack down and prevent them from getting too far ahead in this battle. We also have... What is it? Alright, we do need to double check these. How is it? Let's go by name. There's a Corellia. There is not a Corellia, so let's call that. We've got Nedim and then... yeah, Pishpak. Let's see. You on the list? No, you are not. Okay. Should also call that up. Alright, so not too long until we have finished coring what we need. Looks like... I think what we can do is we'll cancel this one here and we'll go over to... Where is it? Yeah, you, I think. There we go. That'll be slightly better, I believe. And then Yugen. Who's Yugen? Yugen. Also not on our list. So you know what? I think we're going to cancel our conversion there as well. And we'll just get rid of both of them. So that'll be all of the... once we finish those conversions, we should easily be able to go ahead and start coring. Yeah, alright. So, let's see. How are we doing? We have done significant damage to their army, which is rather nice. So you know what? We can go ahead and chill out here for a second. Let's move down... You know what? Let's move down to their next fort. Actually, you know what? We're already nice and close to one, and it is defensive. Let's go ahead and start working on that too. Let's also go ahead and barrage. As I said, the sooner we make our way through this war, the better. So we'll spend a few resources on making that happen a bit quicker. Alright, so it looks like free manpower and some extra base manpower in a province. That is excellent. Happily take that. Occupations, humiliate rival against people, sure, that's all well and good. But I think, yeah, it's just going to be a matter of waiting to see. Oh wow, we got that fort incredibly fast. Farmlands or farmlands? Oh, where do we need to go? Where is your capital? Deli? There it is, over there. Okay, so... realistically, we probably need to go for at least one more fort and then their capital, but even then there's still another two around. Let's just work on the ones around nearby. Prevent us from having to deal with any shenanigans. We should also double check Sind. They are marching around, so... you know what? Maybe we do turn on a couple of forts. We have the money, we may as well. Just make sure that they can't cause any chaos in our lands. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Alright, so that is that. And you know what? Since we're doing so well on our money front, as well as still being able to loot out all of these, I think we go ahead and continue paying off our loans before we forget. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Even with reinforcements, we're still doing quite well. Alright, so that's a siege over. Let's go ahead and Tolerance of the True Faith or Missionary Strength. Let's go with Tolerance of the True Faith for the next 15 years. I think that seems nice. And let's take our army. And let's march. Let's march over here and take out Sind here. If they want to play the base race game, that we can totally do. And they will not appreciate it one little bit. Alright, let's also go ahead and barrage this fort over here. That'll be fine. Siege of Lahore is over. That is fantastic. That means we can probably chase down Deli's troops. Yeah, they have 47,000. We don't want to put our 12 stack in danger, so let's go ahead and intercept. And see if they're a fan of that idea or not. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Oh, and it looks like they're backing out. In fact, you know what? No, we continue on to the fort. Yes, it's mountains. They don't have enough troops. We'll still be able to beat them. I'm not too concerned. But hopefully we can... yeah, there's that mountain range that's in the way, but hopefully with our 5 maneuver, we should theoretically be able to catch them out. And in fact, we won't even have to worry about crossing a river into the province either, which is very, very nice. Oh no, we do get a crossing penalty. Well, you know what? It's fine. I'll take it. I really don't care. We'll be alright. Let's march you to the next province as we should. Looks like Georgia might join on into the fray. No? You're going to go ahead and siege somewhere else. That's fine. And look at that. Even with defensive terrain, a stack wipe. Excellent. So, let's move... let's move you, my little friend, and, wait, what? Oh, we're trapped? Bother. I was really hoping to hit that 2 stack and crush them, but I guess that's not going to be the case. Let's make our way towards the next siege, I suppose. Yeah. At least we found them while they were vulnerable. We took them out in a nice small chunk, so we're preserving our manpower. That's what we care about, so yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, conversion successful. I think that now means we can start coring up. No? We can't quite start coring up. Hang on a second, what's going on here? Of course, we have the missionary things. That's why. Alright. Let's go ahead and chase them off that fort there. It looks like they're not going to be making too much progress there. We should be able to catch them out. Let's march over here. And hopefully that fort zone of control will cause a couple of issues for them. Alright. Let's see, how are we doing? Oh, look at that. One regiment of cavalry. Not exactly a wise battle plan there, my friend. Not very wise at all. But you know what? I don't really mind. I'm happy enough to take it as it is. Let's see. Do we want to continue barraging? You know what? It's only a farmlands fort. Let's just give it some time. It's not exactly a penalizing position for us to be taking. So we may as well leave it be. We can also move our troops over here and keep on looting. Just stay a little bit cautious of that 22 stack. And then hopefully, come on, whenever that fires, we can go ahead and crush them. That would be the plan. Alright, but first we will see. Alright, so, what's going on? Come on. 21%? Nope. Darn, I was really hoping to catch them before they tried to run away. Alright, lose some prestige and pick up a national tax modifier who is cheaper or gain prestige. Right now we're doing pretty good in that department. War is always very good for us. We do have a little bit of missionary strength. He's a half-price fellow, but he is now at the ripe old age of 60. Yeah, 2% missionary strength would be a little bit of a shame, but I don't think we're going to be too heavily penalized with what little we have left to convert. So I think, yeah, let's go ahead and join him into our nation's court. We'll hire him at the death of our advisor. I think he is a very good successor. Not to mention, we can always boost it up if we need and get a whole stack of extra administrative power. Alright, so, Sind, let's go ahead and start planning what we want from you. I think money, reparations, and let's lose your alliance. And then outside of that, I think that should be good. So 45 is what we're going for. You can march on over. Let's see about... Oh, looks like we're catching them out. A very nice little stack wipe will do. And we'll march on into the next one as well. And we took another fort. Excellent. Yeah, we're doing really, really nice. So this is not going to be much of a trouble at all. This is exactly what we wanted. We wanted plenty of money from this, and it looks like we're going to gain access to that. In fact, Sind might even be willing... No, they're at 13%. Okay. Once we take their capital, then we'll be all good. Do we want to go ahead and pay for a barrage? No, we're already at 0%, so I think the answer is going to be no in this case. And in fact, we only need 3 regiments, so... Actually, hang on a second. 3 regiments? Let's just check in on the siege view. How many cannons do we need? 5? Oh, well, in that case, let's go ahead and reduce our attrition. There we go. We'll take it a province back. We'll get that siege down as well. Yeah, we'll avoid losing some things. Alright, so it looks like we can make some money, or we can go ahead and gain some prestige, which again is not really that helpful right now. We'll take the money. And you know what? I think that pretty much puts us where we need to be to pay off the rest of our debt. So let's go ahead and do that. There we are. We still have a good 500 ducats, more or less, in our account. So let's see about some other buildings. Let's check out our production. Ooh, very nice workshops. Let's check out taxes as well, just in case. Whoops. Doesn't really matter. It's still good for us. And yeah, it looks like the snowball has begun to amass some mass. Alright, so what have we got? Looks like Deli is already looking like it wants to peace on out. They're not enjoying this very much, but that's okay. You can try and take back all that land, but I think If we can get Sind out of this war, they'll lose the majority of the power that they have left in this war, which will leave us free to beat up everybody else. Alright, what have we got here? Settling the human step. Local unrest. Lose missionary strength. Gain missionary strength. Gain base taxes. Oh. Well, you know what? That's 30 years, though. That's crazy. Let's just double check. That province is a market town. They are part of our trade company. Okay. And... base manpower, production, or taxation. I think we continue with the production. That's going to give us the best return on investment for our market town. Yeah, a little bit of unrest is honestly not even a bad thing. Like, it doesn't even... No one's going to notice it. Let's just pick up the free development. That is very, very nice for us. Alright, so after we're done with Sind, let's make sure that we swing over to Bengal. We may unfortunately need to take out a fort or two between now and then for us to make the progress we need. But again, it's not going to be too much of an issue. We are absolutely dominating. Although, you know what? What are they offering? They're offering almost 2,000 ducats. Oh, wow. But you know what? We can still make more. So that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to rinse all of their friends. We're going to give them the squeeze and see just how much we can make fall into our pockets. Alright, Siege of Deli is over. Let's go ahead and... I think competition is good for everyone. Yeah, well, that'll be fun. I don't think that's going to cause us too much of a trouble. Now we can send our troops against... No, we can't go against Delhi because we have forts in the way, of course. Alright, well then let's just march on over to the next province because that seems to be the thing that we have to do. It's kind of irritating, but it is what it is. Looks like they've only got 40,000 troops left, so yeah, only a couple that are not here. 57%, come on, let's see if we can get this over and done with. I at least want to get one of the war participants out in this episode. Oh, and there you have it. Speaking of things, there we go. Let's go ahead and march them over there. Let's see about peace. You are absolutely willing to get out of here. That's all the money that we wanted. That is our war reparations. We can... No, we're not going to tell them to give up their claims. No. No, you know what? That'll be fine. That is perfectly fine. Let's just make sure that we get out of the territory first to avoid being black flagged. And then we can march on to other places. Alright, so what have we got? Price of wool changes for the next... what's that? 35 years? Okay. Or mercantilism is the way and lose trade power. Ooh. Ouch. You know what? We can lose a little bit of mercantilism. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. If we check out our trade, we currently have 1% mercantilism, so losing 2 is not that much, not really a penalty. Yeah, it is what it is. Alright, so either way, that is our troops out of the area. Let's go ahead and peace out Sind. Let's take all of the money, all the war reps and such. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to you. Excellent. And let's march on over towards... Oh, actually, you know what? Is it just me, or do we have military access through Barmanas? Yeah, we do. Okay, well, you know what? That is excellent. Let's go ahead and work on that jungle fort. We'll leave these guys hanging out over here. That should be fun. Looks like Bengal is bringing in a couple of troops, but I don't see them doing too much in the long run. No, they're still going to be in a bit of trouble. They only have those troops and a handful extra. Yeah, very, very little for us to worry about. Alright, so let's see. As soon as we get this fort, hopefully sooner than later, maybe we can go ahead and chase them down a little bit. Prevent them from stacking up would be nice. Come on, 64%. Surely we can do better. Oh, but we will take that 10 to 1. That sounds nice. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Oh, and these guys don't have a leader. Well, that is inexcusable. Let's go ahead and fix that up. And do we really not have our 4 siege general on any of our armies? Huh. Well, you know what? That was a rookie error. We should have... I thought we had already sorted that out, but I guess not. Okay, so either way, let's see. We can invest on tech ahead of time for innovativeness, which we don't really care about. Or at least not that much. Let's go for... Let's see. Inflation is fine. Let's just go for development. Or, you know what? No. Let's go for states. Alright, so 41 development. What's this? 20... 29, 35, 41. That's not bad. Alright, let's make that a state. And we will call that. That uses 130 admin. And then where else can we go? Here we are. Livonia for 39. Alright, that should be... No, not Crimea. We want... It should be up over here somewhere. Yeah, here we are. Livonia. Okay, so that is... 28, 32, 30... Yeah, let's go ahead and make that a state as well. Alright, there we go. And that'll also help bring down the autonomy in some of these places, giving us even more power in the region, which is going to be very, very nice. Alright, there goes our next siege. Let's go ahead and... You know what, let's just quickly race on over and try and peace out Bengal. We'll even switch out our generals, and that should be fine. We're not really taking many battles at this point, so it's easy enough done. Conversion successful. Stacking some cannons is excellent. Let's go ahead and, you know what, we're even going to go ahead and pay for siege, breach. Yeah, we're going to breach their walls. Hopefully Bengal's not really too keen. And we can... Hopefully... Yeah, still at 0%. Hopefully take a couple of their forts relatively quick and get them out of the way. Lose some authority, lose some inflation. I think that seems easy enough. We don't have much inflation at this stage, but we have more than enough patriarchal authority, so let's go ahead and drop that. That'll be fine. And siege of something is over. There we go. On to the next one. And where is their capital? Let's just make sure that we know. That is their capital, it seems. Let's just double check that. Your fort. Well, you know, once we're standing on it, they'll be able to tell us one way or the other. Alright, siege of Bust is over. Alright, well that's fine. That's not the end of the world. Alright, so we need 9 regiments. Yeah, this is definitely their capital if ever I've seen one. Let's go ahead and barrage. We're going to make some quick work out of this. I think that seems good. Let's also go ahead and, since we only need 9 regiments, let's take everybody that isn't artillery and back off. And we'll see. Oh, wow. 14%. Right there. And then that is excellent. We have Acts of War Score. Plenty of reasons. 1,200 ducats. Do we even go for the war reps? You know what? We're close enough that I think we can afford it. Let's go ahead and move. Let's move over there. We'll try and take out that fort here. And yeah, then we will finish up with that in the next one, I think. Yeah, we're almost where we need to be to finish this off. Yeah, making plenty of money, and we'll even go ahead and start investing once again in our wonderful nation. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.